This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Postcasts we do. But today, the Giants continue to fall apart down the stretch, falling again today to the St. Louis Cardinals, 6-5 at Oracle Park. And Justin Verlander had his worst start in about a month as he got tagged for 6 runs, 4 earned, and 9 hits in his 4 1/3 innings pitched. But he's been so good for the Giants lately. We got to discuss, do you want him back next season? And again, despite a hot start from the Giants offense, they could not generate any real threat in the later innings of this game, solidifying that loss. And with that loss, they fall to 3.5 back of the third and final National League wildcard spot with just 5 games left to play. The Giants are cooked. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. Make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. Alan Stiles does a great job. And today, frustrating, again, and I've used that word a lot on this show, a lot. Damn near every day since the Giants went on their last road trip and went 2-5 over that stretch. They were terrible. Seems so far away, like so long ago, that the Giants were actually involved in this playoff race when they were a game and a half back before they went on that road trip. And now this team is just a slow death spiral. I mean, they're completely out of the playoff picture at this point. I mean, I know mathematically there's still a chance, but they're completely done. 3.5 with 5 to play is damn near impossible. And the Giants, there's so many things that this team could have done better this year, right? Like if you would have just got a few more solid starts from Verlander in the first half of the season, if you would have played a little bit better defense behind Verlander in a few of these starts, if you would have just given him another run or two of run support in a couple of these starts, you could say the same thing about Logan Webb. The Giants would probably be over 500 right now. If the Giants could have figured out how to win some games at home against some really bad baseball teams like the Marlins and the Pirates and other teams like that, they are probably a 500 baseball team or better, in which case they would be in the playoffs at this point. And it's just very frustrating watching this team continue to play below what they should be, what the level they should be at. I mean, you see glimpses of it, right? You see flashes of it, but they have not been able to put it all together in about 2 weeks now, week and a half, and that's really been the thing that defines this Giants season, is that you'll have these peaks and valleys where the Giants will look really good for a game or two or for a week or two, and then they'll come back out and just look absolutely awful after that. And today, more awfulness from the Giants. I mean, 2 errors again in the field. I mean, just absolutely sloppy baseball being played. You can't be a team that prides itself on pitching and defense and not play defense. I mean, Casey Schmidt had his 9th error of the season today. Matt Chapman also had an error today. 13 errors on the season for Chapman. It's been a slog, man. It's been a slog. Verlander today, even though he was good through the first 4, I mean, he did give up 2 runs in the 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, but into that 5th inning, it really started to fall apart there, which brings me to today's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And in that fifth inning, it just really started to get away from Verlander. You gave up a leadoff single to Lars Nootbaar, and then Ivan Herrera hit his 18th home run of the season. Alec Burleson comes back with a single. Nolan Arenado a double, and at that point, it was just getting sloppy out there for the Giants. Pages reaches via a fielder's choice, and there's an error on the play as well that allows an extra run to score. Casey Schmidt, that's when he picked up his fielding error. It's just a very, very, very frustrating inning for the Giants, and that allows the go-ahead run to score. At that point in time, it made it 5-4, and they added another one on to make it 6-4, which ended up being the difference in this one after Verlander was taken out of this game. Verlander gave up 6 runs, but as I said in the open, 4 earned. It's a lot. A lot of Verlander starts this season feels like we've had to note that discrepancy, right? There's been a lot of starts this season where Giants errors for while Verlander is on the mound have turned into unearned runs. And it's free 90s are always going to come back and haunt you in this league. And that's been a major theme through the Giants season this year is giving up free passes via walk or error. And those runs, or those base runners immediately coming back to bite the Giants. It did it again today. And it's just sloppy baseball, man. It's just very, very sloppy baseball. And it's very, very, very hard to watch, especially because we were so spoiled for so long with such great pitching and defense. And when we hear that the team is going to go back to that, there's some expectations that come with that, man. And the Giants are absolutely not meeting those right now. It's just uninspiring baseball. They did score 5 runs today, so there is something to be said for that. Elliot Ramos with the nice leadoff home run. You also had a Rafi Devers home run on a nice little Oppo left field homer for Rafi Devers later in this one, but it wasn't enough. The Devers home run came in the 5th inning to put the Giants within 1. But then after that, the Giants did absolutely nothing. They had a Patrick Bailey single in the bottom of the 6th. Tried to stretch it into second, got thrown out on the play, and then you went 1-2-3 in the inning. Then the 7th inning, you end up going 1-2-3 in the inning. Then in the 8th inning, you get a Bryce Eldridge walk, but then you get everybody else is quick work at the plate. So you got 4 up, and then you're out of that inning with no runs in. Then in the 9th, 1-2-3 inning. So you have 1 base runner basically over the last 4 innings of this one, and that's been something that's kind of defined this Giants team as of late. Is they're really, really, really awful at scoring runs late in games. It seems to have flipped where earlier in the season, the Giants had a really hard time scoring runs early on, and all their runs were coming late. I mean, you remember in the beginning of the season, all the walk-off wins the Giants had. It's completely flipped at this point. It's score runs in the beginning of the game and then hold on for dear life for the rest of this one. And just a frustrating situation for this team to be in. It's going to continue to just be a slog until the end of the season. We got 5 more games left, and the Giants are 3 below 500. I do not expect them to get back to 500 at this point, which is disappointing, man. I want to see this team have some life. I want to see this team fight for something, like have some pride and try and go out there and battle through these last 5 games of the season, beat the Cardinals. They're 77-80 as well. They're very, very, very similar to how this Giants team has looked this season. So a very beatable team. You can absolutely beat up on the Colorado Rockies as well. It's possible to get back to 500, but it is, I mean, you're going to have to win 4 of your last 5 to do it, and you're going to have to basically sweep the Rockies and to come out with that one, or somehow at least win both of these series. I don't see that happening with this Giants team right now. They just don't look like they have a lot of gusto, a lot of fight. They don't have that fire in the belly kind of attitude that it just looks flat, looks lifeless out there, and it looks like these guys are kind of checking out towards the end of the season. I'm sure that there's still, some things you'd like to see from Bryce Eldridge, from guys like Casey Schmidt, or maybe even a Jung-Hoo Lee out in center field, who's been he didn't play tonight, but he's been having a rough go of it lately. Some of these guys you'd like to see get right before the end of the year. We don't have that much time, man. We got 1 more week. It would be nice to end the season on a high note, but based on what the Giants have done through the rest of this month, I just really don't see that being a possibility. All their momentum has completely halted after that abysmal road trip. They went 2-5 on that road trip, just 1-2 against the Diamondbacks and 1-3 against the Dodgers. And they've lost 7 of their last 9 overall, 10 of their last 15. Just really awful stuff, man. The Giants scoring a little bit today, which is a little bit different than they have been, a little bit of an improvement compared to what they've been doing over their prior 9 games. They only averaged 3.6 runs a game, batting under 200 during that stretch, to batting just 172. I mean, and before that, they had that nice 11-game stretch where they were scoring 6.8 runs per game, batting damn near 300 at 286 with an 860 OPS. I mean, it's night and day different. It's when this team hits, they look good. When they don't, most of the time, they look pretty bad. I mean, this has been the theme all season for the Giants, because when they score runs, they're actually pretty good. I mean, they end up winning a lot of games when they're able to actually get some runs in, but it just hasn't been that way as of late throughout this losing stretch. But today, you did get some runs. You still didn't really capitalize on that, but usually they do when they score 5 or more runs, which they did today. They're 48-15 on the season this year. You just didn't have it from Verlander. He was a little bit vulnerable today on the bump, but he's been so good as of late that we got to discuss on the other side. Do you want JV back in a Giants uniform next season? Let's talk about that next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by Zippix toothpicks. Whether you're looking for nicotine satisfaction or an energy boost, Zippix has you covered with their nicotine and caffeine-infused toothpicks. For nicotine users, Zippix provides a discreet way to satisfy cravings and the hand-to-mouth habit without vaping or smoking. Zippix can be a helpful tool as you work to reduce your dependence on vaping, available in 6 great flavors with 2 milligram and 3 milligram nicotine options. And if you need energy without the crash, their caffeine toothpicks are a game changer. I've personally used the caffeine toothpicks before big meetings and long drives, and they give me energy without those jitters, and the flavors like peppermint watermelon ice actually taste great. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com, use code LOCKEDON for 10% off your first order. Must be 21 or older to order. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's zippixtoothpicks.com, promo code LOCKEDON. Zip more, smoke less with Zippix toothpicks. Today's show is also sponsored by 5-Hour Energy. Caffeine just got a flavor upgrade. 5-Hour Energy shots deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee, plus B vitamins and nutrients with 0 sugar and 0 crashes. And what I love the most about these 5-Hour Energy shots is how portable they are. Big taste, tiny shot. You can take it anywhere and get that boost when you need it. And if you've been watching the show, you know that I have a large caffeine addiction. I struggle to get through the day without at least a couple cups of coffee or a 5-Hour Energy shot, man. And it's so much more convenient than having to go hunt down a cup of coffee in the middle of your day. Let me tell you, just being able to reach into the pocket, grab that energy shot, a lot more convenient than finding the nearest coffee shop, waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes for your for your latte or your cup of joe, and then you're going to pay $5 for a cup of coffee. Get out of here with all that. Just give me my 5-Hour Energy shot. Enough with boring flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5-Hour Energy shots. Get the favorites you love or be bold and try something new in store and online at www.5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today. And today's show is also sponsored by Monarch Money. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why there's Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that helps bring your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you so you can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visualizations, and get smart categorization of your spending. Finally, feel in control of your money, all without ever touching a spreadsheet. And for mathematically challenged people like myself, this is music to my ears, man. I will absolutely screw this up if I'm left to my own devices trying to manage spreadsheets and numbers and all that. I get out of here with all of that mess. I am so bad at it. Thank goodness for Monarch Money to help people out there like me get all of their stuff in order so you don't miss out on all these financial opportunities. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel, and today the Giants fall 6-5 to the St. Louis Cardinals out at Oracle Park. And Justin Verlander, he got tagged in this one. He didn't have his best day. He didn't have a whole lot of stuff working out there for him. He did for the first couple innings. Giants defense really let him down, put him behind the 8 ball. This felt a little similar to earlier in the season, the first half of the year, when Justin Verlander was constantly getting let down by his defense and offense wasn't really giving him any run support. He did have some run support today. However, he just didn't really have the effectiveness on the bump. He did generate a lot of soft contact. Overall, 77.1 miles an hour average exit velo. That is very, very, very good. It just, balls were finding holes. Things were finding gaps, and that's kind of what happened to him earlier in the season. It's not I don't view this as like a sign that he's backsliding or that he's turning back into the guy that we saw at the beginning of the year. I don't even know if Verlander is going to get another start this season. Maybe the Giants skip. I think he probably is scheduled to start one more game this year, maybe the last game of the season. But I don't know that I don't know that the Giants are gonna have him go run back out there for that start. Maybe they do just to get one more in front of the home crowd. Maybe it's going to be Verlander's last start of his career. I mean, you do have to consider that with his age. He's 42 years old, and he'll be 43 next season. And do you want him back? Do you want the big righty back on the mound? I mean, based on how he's ended the season, I have a hard time saying no. I mean, 3.75 ERA. It's not the most neatly polished, beautiful ERA I've ever seen. Not you just ignore that 3-10 win-loss record. I mean, wins and losses don't really mean a whole lot in today's lexicon for starting pitchers, anyways. But I mean, the 127 strikeouts. It's not great, but it's not too shabby at all for a guy who's 42. 134 WHIP on the season. I mean, bring him back, because really at this point, what else do you got? You're gonna go try and resurrect Keaton Wynn's career or something. Maybe get Mason Black up here. Trevor McDonald, can I interest you in that? I mean, none of these guys really seem to inspire confidence with me or with anybody else in the Giants fan base. And I think that Verlander might be one of your, unfortunately, better options to bring back into the starting pitching rotation next year. And hopefully the Giants are able to add more than just Justin Verlander. But I mean, I think that you need a lot of help with the starting rotation next year. And you can't really be too picky at this point when you got a guy who's actually contributing to the team, or like Verlander did in the second half of the season. And he's been pretty good. This month, his coming into today, his ERA was sub 0.5. It was 0.45 coming into this game for the month of September. The month of August, he had a 3.62 ERA. You just got to work on maybe getting that ERA down in the earlier months of the season. A 4.91 ERA in May, a ERA over 4 in June as well. ERA over 5 in July. So those summer months and that very beginning, that very first month of the season, really ate up Verlander this year. And ultimately, though, I think when you look at the whole body of work, you'd be happy to have him back. And it's not necessarily that he set the world on fire. It's that I think he showed you enough with him being able to kind of bounce back in the second half of the year and settle in San Francisco. It seemed like once he got the monkey off his back of the Oracle Park monkey, where he's historically not been very good here, and it took him a long time with the Giants to pick up his first home win. So he's finished. He got that monkey off his back. Maybe he can just kind of move forward and just continue to have these good starts that he had towards the second half of the year. This is all dependent on whether or not he wants to come back, because I'm sure that he did not have the best experience listening to Giants fans absolutely trash him for the first half of the season, myself included. I was not happy with what we saw from Justin Verlander for the first few months. And maybe he just doesn't want to come back after that, being that he's 43 years old, has absolutely no need to continue playing this game unless he wants to. He's not having fun anymore. Why bother coming back? And so Verlander, if he wants to, sure. Why not? What else are you going to do? What's your better option? I mean, I would like to sit here and tell you guys that the Giants are going to go out and sign all these great guys in the offseason. I just don't know if that's going to happen. So I don't foresee it happening. I mean, Michael King, is he really going to be someone that the Giants are able to go out and sign and bring in? I mean, they haven't proven that they can go out and sign big name free agents and bring them in anyways. So why should we believe that they're going to go find someone better than Justin Verlander out there on the open market? Bring him back. I think he's shown you enough, despite what you saw today, which was not very good. Didn't even make it through 5 innings before he was pulled in this one. Gave up 4 earned runs, 6 in total. 2 of them not his fault. Lots of errors in this one for the Giants. Just bad, sloppy baseball, man. Again, just sloppy baseball for your San Francisco Giants. They left 5 runners on base today. They did go 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position, so that's a slight step up. But 3 opportunities with runners in scoring position, terrible, absolutely terrible. And that's just kind of how this team has been this year, man. It just doesn't make sense how this team with this lineup, with this roster, has been so inconsistent offensively. But you got to find some answers going into next season. Hopefully Bryce Eldridge can show us something. I still want to see a Bryce home run before the end of the year. And how cool would that be if that can be a splash hit here at home for his first bomb? I would love to see that. So that's where we're at with the Giants. They're completely dead in the water. They're lifeless. We're thinking about next year already. Justin Verlander at 43 years old, we think he'd maybe be a good option, which means in general the Giants are just not in a good way right now. Giants lose today 6-5 to the Cardinals. You got 5 games left. You're 3 games under 500. Can they get back to 500? Hopefully they can. Hopefully anyone who bet the over on the Giants 80.5 win total on the season, hopefully they can pull out a couple wins here at the end and get back to 500. Make all of us a little bit happy for at least one reason in this Giants season, and just have some pride, man. Have some pride. It would be a nice little, I'm not going to say feather in your cap, but it would be nice to wash off some of that loser stench by finishing the season at 500, and maybe it gives you a little bit of something to build on going into next year. It's all the time that we got for you guys today. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.